Hey guys, today we're going to be doing part 1 of the Tomb King Let's Play. We're going to be playing as Cetra. Like I said, the Empire campaign unfortunately didn't work out. We got to Batonia, Musalin had 2 full stacks and I waged war on them and I lost the battle and I couldn't win it, so that was gone. But we're going to be starting Tomb Kings now, my second favourite faction next to the Greenskins, Grimgore. We will be doing, like I said, we will be doing all of these. I just need to try and find, because with this mod, the Still Faith overhaul, it's very different to the normal campaign, so I need to kind of learn what to do, pretty much. But either faction effects, public order +2, which is very good, legendary difficulty. Construction time, -1, also very good. Hero capacity +1 for Tomb Princes is good for the Canopic Jar regeneration. Weapon strength for skeleton chariots and skeleton archer chariots is very good because the Tomb King's chariots are very strong compared to other factions. Leadership or aura size is obviously good so they don't crumble. Casualty replenishment rate +10% is good for the elite unit, which is the Tomb Guard and the skeleton chariots. Income from raiding +5%. I'm not sure. It only applies to Cetra, but I'm not sure if this is like Dark Elves, where it doesn't cost any movement points to raid. If it's the same as the Dark Elves, it doesn't cost any movement points, this is going to be very useful, but if not, I'm not really going to use it that much. And income from all buildings +5% is obviously really good for the Tomb Kings who have difficulty making money. But yeah, legendary, very hard. Settings and vibes how minimal, battle realism. Yes. So we start off with obviously Cetra, the big bad man himself. Skeleton Chariot, which is just gonna slaughter pretty much the majority of infantry units, early to late game. Really, the only thing it's gonna struggle against is Chaos troops. Really, other than that, they should annihilate them. War Sphinx is the exact same. This is just annihilate any kind of infantry that it fights. I mean, this thing will be getting 500+ kills more than likely on each battle. Tomb Guard of Halberds are my elite infantry, anti-large, which is very good since the other 2 units I start with are anti-infantry. And these things in this mod actually do spear things. They annihilate cavalry units or large units. Only issue is with them is the fire kind of destroys them. So against Chaos, I'm going to struggle a lot since, let's see if we can find it over here. Yeah, look, like Chosen will have flaming attacks. Great Hammer, normal Chosen here, Chosen with halberds. They all have fire damage, so I'm going to struggle a lot, I feel like. Probably not, though. But I feel it's just going to be one of the things with Chaos is going to be harder to fight than any of my other factions. But let's start. Oh, I didn't go through the you'll pop up anyway. Cetra turns his attention outward and sees a world full of so-called kings, emperors, and lords. These are all pretenders, for there is only one true king, the great king, the king of kings. These false sovereigns will yield and will learn who rules and who serves. But first, Cetra must dominate Nehikara once again and purge at the greenskin infestations. Let his reign begin. So yeah, my second favourite faction in the entire Warhammer series. Out of 1,500, 600 hours, I adore them purely for the fact of sort of immersion. Like with the Empire, you're always, once the world has been conquered, you're gonna have to deal with inside rebellions and whatnot. Whereas with the two, like, you know, in terms of like lore-wise, and you know, you're thinking in your head sort of thing, what's gonna happen with the Empire? There are gonna be people who want to usurp it and all that. You know, who want to crime, murder, theft, and all that. But with the Tomb Kings, obviously all of them are sort of loyal to their liege in their mind, so there's not going to be any crime or anything like that. So when you conquer everything, obviously you're going to have, you know, living creatures. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You're going to have living creatures because skeletons can't do a lot of things. So you can live in this world which are too scared to create crimes because they're just going to get slaughtered pretty much, which is what I loved about them, because when you conquer the world, you actually conquer the world, you know? You're not just wiping out all this evil for more evil to happen inside your kingdom. You're wiping out the evil, and then all the evil's going to go. Well, I mean, or you could put it the other way. You're wiping out all the good so all the evil can be happy, you know, so whichever way you want to be the Tomb Kings. But I think the Tomb Kings are obviously a civilization, such as the Empire of Man, and want to keep it safe and its citizens safe. So, yes. One of my actual favourite unit of all time is the Tomb Guard with halberds. They look so badass, and they just slaughter infantry and large units alike. I also have had a reskin mod in for every faction, as well as a banner overhaul mod, which is just cosmetic stuff, just to make them look even more badass. And the skeleton spearmen don't just look like, well, in the thumbnail here, they just look like a skeleton with a shield and sword. They look like you look like this guy here, who's the Tomb Guard unit, but skeleton always look like him, and the Tomb King units now look really, really, really badass. One thing I don't like is here, you see that there's cavalry of lances, which should incur that they have a unit of anti-large cavalry, which they do kind of with the stalkers, but there's not cavalry really, like skeleton horsemen and all that. But there's not one with lances or spears. They wield spears, but they don't have an anti-large bonus, which is ridiculous. You see like a whole row of them in the background of this artwork, which is beautiful, by the way. Whoever did this, I would like to hire to create a wallpaper that I can use in my room, because this is beautiful. But yeah, the reason why I like them so much is for multiple reasons, like I've just explained, but the main reason was because when I first got Warhammer, or got into Warhammer, the first book I bought was the trilogy of the Books of Nagash. So I hate Nagash, and I'm going to make sure he's the last lord I do a campaign on, because fuck Nagash. And I got speaking.
Mighty Cetra, greatest of all kings, your civilization lies in mere ruins of its former glory. Much must be done to restore greatness to your kingdom, and for all to fear your wrath once more. To the north, sire, savage greenskins threaten to raid your lands. They defile your mortuary shrines. Vengeance must be taken. More greenskins and Skaven dwell in the mountains to the east, sire. They pose a potential future threat, while regions further south are already occupied by the Necrarch Brotherhood, sucking dry what life there still is in the desert. But these, great king, are but more distractions to a grander plan. The Black Pyramid stands guarded for now by a sentinel army. Control it, and claim its dark secrets, and with it unimaginable power. You are Cetra the Imperishable, and all shall obey your rule.
Bad ass. Now, Books of Nagash. Scattered far and wide throughout the world, the Books of Nagash, once collected, will grant you great powers and unique rewards. Now, these are randomly spawned, so I'm going to hope we're going to get lucky. We'll check that in a minute. Days of Awakening. Tomb King factions can recruit units into their armies without the need to pay for their recruitment or upkeep. Instead, each unit has a limited initial recruitment capacity, which can be increased by constructing additional buildings, which is a really cool mechanic, and it's not really a negative, because it's more versatile armies that you have to get. And you want them anyway. Dynasties. Tomb King factions will delve into their past secrets to increase the number of armies or heroes they can field, or to enlist the aid of mighty lords from ancient dynasties. Mortuary Cult. Tomb Kings can spend their canopic jars within the Mortuary Cult, where Lich Priests combine them with trade resources to craft magic items or awaken legions of legend. Mighty warriors who can be recruited to battle. Learn more about the Tomb Kings here. Yeah, I don't need to do that, I know them. We should have a quest here. Yes. Occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 different settlements. Insert title here. I'm not sure if that's intended, but okay. O mighty Cetra, Great King, the Imperishable, Kenri Kara, the Great King of Nehikara, King of Kings, Opener of the Way, Wielder of the Divine Flame, Punisher of Nomads, the Great Unifier, Commander of the Golden Legion, Sacred of Appearance, Bringer of Light, Father of Hawks, Builder of Cities, Protector of the Two Worlds, Keeper of the Hours, chosen of Petra, or Petra, High Steward of the Horizon, sailor of the Great Vital, Sentinel of the Two Realms, the Undisputed, Begetter of the Begat, Scourge of the Faithless, Carrion Feeder, First of the Charnel Valley, Rider of the Sacred Chariot, Vanquisher of Vermin, Champion of the Death Arena, Mighty Lion of the Infinite Desert, Emperor of the Shifting Sands, He who holds the Scepter, Great Hawk of the Heavens, Arch-Sultan of Atalan, Waker of the Hero Titan, Monarch of the Sky, Majestic Emperor of the Shifting Sands, Champion of the Desert Gods, Breaker of the Ogre Clans, Builder of the Great Pyramid, Terror of the Living, Master of the Never-Ending Horizon, Master of the Necropolises, Taker of Souls, Tyrant to the Foolish, Bearer of Petra's Holy Blade, Scion of Eusion, Scion of Nehek, the Great, Chaser of Nightmares, Keeper of the Royal Harat, Founder of the Mortuary Cult, Banisher of the Grand Hero Theft, High Lord Admiral of the Death Fleets, Cardinal of Charnel Pass, Tamer of the Lich King, Unliving Jackal Lord, Dismisser of the Warrior Queen, Charioteer of the Gods, He who does not serve, Slayer of Reditaz, Scarab Purger, Favoured of Euceron, Player of the Great Game, Liberator of Life, Lord Sand, Wrangler of Scorpions, Emperor of the Dunes, Eternal Sovereign of the Khemri's Legions, Sentient Snal, I have no idea, of the Great Sandy Desert, Cursorer of the Living, Regent of the Eastern Mountains, Warder of the Eternal Necropolis, Herald of all the Heralds, Caller of the Bitter Wind, God Tamer, Master of the Mortis River, Guardian of the Dead, Great Keeper of the Obelisks, Deacon of the Ash River, Belated of Wakers, General of the Mighty Frame, Summoner of Sandstorms, Master of all Necrotex, Prince of Dust, Tyrant of Arabia, Purger of the Greenskin Breathers, Killer of the False Gods Champions, Tyrant of the Gold Dunes, Golden Bone Lord, Avenger of the Dead, Carrion Master, Eternal Warden of Nehek's Lands, Breaker of Dijaf's Bonds, and many, many more. Begin your conquest. Raise a loot, 4 different settlements. So yeah, banner overhaul, looks dope now. Now, Khemri. So, first thing you want to build, because if you look at Cetra's army, these skeleton warriors are meh. You know, 24, 32, 23 armor. You know, they can hold the line a bit, but they're not going to do much. Obviously the Tomb King are 10 times better, and the War Sphinx is going to do most of the work. But even though it's legendary difficulty, because of your faction, and this provides free public order as well, we're going to build skeleton archers here. Good range, you don't really have much, you just got good range. 140 isn't that good compared to high elves and whatnot. But 24 ammunition, and their fast fire rate will do a lot. So open graves, those consigned to another world, revive to an insipid parody of life to do their master's bidding. We recruit 4 archers, -2 attrition when under siege, provides garrison, and unlocks recruitment of skeleton archers. Now this garrison at the moment can fend off any army. Now you can send a 4 stack at this and I'll be able to defend it with this. But while we're crafting this, we're gonna go. Ooh, do you want to go inside and then go? No, we're actually gonna go. We'll go. What's the quickest route there? Can I take attrition here? No, so we'll go here. We'll go here. And we'll just leave it in its normal stance. And we'll get the chariot, like I said, it's a chariot focused faction, and we'll get 2 skeleton spearmen for the large units since Bretonia is over there. We'll just leave it like that for the moment. Army capacity untamed, they all provide the same thing. And when you research one, obviously you get less research rate. Now, I know a lot of people think the best thing to do is to research all of them to like 1 turn left and then just bang, 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 bang. No, just no. The reason why it's like this is because you need to start getting these Canapic Jars upgraded, or otherwise there's no point in getting all of these. So we're going to get this one first. Nehikaran warriors are sort of like a mid-tier infantry. You can recruit them really early. And there's no thing which really helps our units otherwise. Like, the ammunition and the reload time reduction is good for skeleton warriors, who will be like our main power at the moment, but it's not worth it. Obviously, Toon God, I can't get any of them anywhere near yet. Can't get any of them. This is good. You can get this because it's really good for your summon, but there's no point. Obviously, got all this to do. So we're gonna go with number 1, so our infantry can actually stand and fight, because our archers will already do enough work. So let's start recruiting them. All of them hate me because of the mod. Yeah.
Find your presence here, Angus.
Now, I'm not gonna talk to any of them because I want to conquer them. I want to conquer the bottom right of the map, including these greenskins here, before I march north. Because there's no point in me marching north, going to war with everyone, while still having to sending an army back here, just to send him back up again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Sandri with the Necrotech that I can summon, which is currently losing a lot of public order. And then I'm going to go probably take on these greenskins, and then march right to take out Numas. And then, like, sort of do a circle around, clockwise. That's probably what I'll do. Steel Faith Overhaul lets you decide how your campaigns will play. Thanks to the cap system, you decide which cap system you want to use. Faction-wide caps enable a system similar to the Tomb Kings, that's me, where unit types limited and you must build buildings to extend the cap. Each faction also has unique mechanics to extend their unit caps. Army caps enable a system which limit how many unit types you can have in a single army. For example, you can only have 10 of Swordmasters of Hoeth and 5 Phoenix Guard per army. Faction-wide and army caps is, you guessed it, a combination of both systems. Note, enabling the cap system will make your game harder. The AI will also have the same limitations. For the full list of capped units for both systems, see the Steel Faith Overhaul 2 mod page. The choice you select here is final and cannot be changed for this campaign. Now, we're going to do both, because we're not a pussy and we want the game to be as hard as possible. And I've got the coughs apparently. Gonna go to Entomb Beneath the Sand so we can recruit multiple units at once. The rest are gonna be swordmen, swordmen, and next turn we're gonna be able to get the archers, which are gonna be the rest of them, and we will get a special thing to summon a Necrotech soon enough. So I didn't check this. So the best one is unfortunately all the way near on Ulf 1, it looks like, or just above Ulf 1. We should be hit by a sandstorm after sacking or occupying settlements. That's really good, and that's at the White Tower of Hoeth though. Hero capacity for all heroes is just really good Canopic Jar makeage. 4th Book Nagash is somewhat close to me. Canopic Jars generate low recruit rank tribute from vassals, which is decent, especially the vassal part. Unlocks hero recruitment shadows, we've already got the death. Effectiveness of all commandments, that's really good. Karak 8 peaks, we can do that somewhat close. Campaign line of sight over regions with golden idols, marble, and gemstone resources. Income from trade. Not really sure how to think about that. I don't think it's that good, because you're not going to make much money from trade anyway, but so be it. And the Eyes of the Jungle Army, which is right next to us, is actually really good. That's a really good. So, first few turns is just going to be us recruiting. As I'm sure, if you've ever played the Tomb Kings on any kind of difficulty, that's what your first few turns consist of. But I'm going to try and play this a bit smarter, because the way I played all the other campaigns that I failed were the ways that I would play in the normal game that would succeed. But now with this modding, it's obviously all changed. Like, the units can no longer do what other units could do. For example, Dwarf Warriors could 1v1 Orc Boys in the normal game, and they could win. They would take a lot of casualties, but they would win, the Dwarf Warriors would. Now, Orc Boys will destroy Dwarf Warriors in a 1v1. Well, I mean, they won't destroy, but they'll win. Rumors have heard that Kislev, the Emperor, and the Elector Counts have made a secret agreement to not attack each other. Are these rumors true? Choose the rumors are true to make all Imperial factions and Kislev not attack each other for the rest of the campaign. Also, all Imperial factions will declare war, I'm assuming, on anyone that sacks, razes, or occupies 3 or more imperial cities in their original imperial provinces. This can lead to a different campaign experience. Choosing the rumors are not true will change the diplomacy between these factions. Now, I want them to not declare war on each other, because that makes sense. You know, the Electric Council's got bigger things to worry about. But now we can get these archers. Now, these archers, you can say whatever you want about the Tomb Kings, right? You say whatever you want about them. You know, you think their army's crap, you think their units are crap, that's up to you. But their archers, even though they're not armor piercing, will annihilate units. They fire fast, they're incredibly accurate. And because of their small models, because they're just bones, they're incredibly hard to hit by overrange units. Unless it's gunpowder units, because they're insanely accurate, so. I was trying to find a banner overhaul mod for the top of the screen here in the end term, but I couldn't find one, and I mean, it's just a cosmetic thing anyway, it doesn't really matter. What's this? Number of beastmen have grown in the recent years. Deep in the forest of the old world, in hidden caves and secluded desert regions, they are waiting for their time to come. Other tribes leave their home to plague and destroy the civilizations of men, dwarves, and elves. Choosing yes will enable the beastmen invasions in the mid and late game. This will make the game easier if you play chaos or beastmen. If it makes it easier, if you say yes, then it makes, if you're chaos or beastmen, then it makes it harder. If you're not, so let's make the game even harder because we're stupid. We've got to wait 2 more turns. What are our objectives though? Just destroy the following faction. Oh shit, I need to take a third turn of shit. It's gonna be world domination anyway though. Otherwise, what's the point to playing Immortal Empires campaign, homie? Now, if you read the lore, Cetra is the biggest badass going. You think Karl Franz, you know, he's a human, he's fighting off all these chaos demons, and he's winning, he's leading his men, yeah. You think he's good? Well, Cetra got his crown stolen and went all the way to Norscan territory to get it back with an army. Does Karl Franz go all the way down to Greenskin territory to beat the Greenskins? No. Karl Franz can go suck a dick. One more turn of this. One more turn of this. And then, yeah, we can take anything with this. Now we'll take Xandri to get our first province, because on legendary difficulty, you want to work on one goal. Well, first of all, never be at war with multiple people. Obviously, sometimes you have a choice, like if the Greenskins. But if you can avoid it, don't be at war with multiple people. Like on different fronts. Like if you're at war with the Dark Elves and you're Bretonia, they're not going to do much to you. So that's fine. But if you're at a war, let's say you're the Empire, at war with all the Empire factions, you're going to have a bad time. You want to have one war with one faction, you want to wipe that faction out before you start another war, and you want to build up that settlement. If you've got time for peace, keep that time of peace. Use that time of peace. Just because you can take over territory doesn't mean you should. Yes, and here it is. So you want to get the Necrotect here because it unlocks a right.
My great work, unfinished.
And you don't want to. You want to put him in the army, but not yet, because obviously this would mess up my movement points. No, I can't attack that next turn, so we're gonna force march, but that's fine. No, it's not. I mean, it probably is. Because if it's like this force march stance makes my guys tired, but I mean, that's not gonna change much. Like, if he sallies out to meet me, and I see he's got 3 zombie units, he's just gonna get destroyed. That's fine.
More slaves. I need more.
More! Yeah, but you can see the things I've got. Look at this. They look really cool. Look cartoony, which is what I like. The Cult of Pleasure. I'm sorry you can hear that rain in the background, by the way. It is raining in England. But we'll see what we can do here. Because like I said, my second favorite faction is the Tomb Kings. Well, I can't even say it's second favorite. It's tied. My number 1 favorite spot is tied between the Greenskins and the Tomb Kings. The Greenskins purely because Grimgor Ironite doesn't give a shit. And Grimgor Oh shit! And Gringo Ironhide actually saved the world because he weakened Arkham, which allowed him to be beaten. Arkham the Ever-Chosen, which allowed... Well, yeah, you could argue it allowed him to be beaten. Oh, it's mostly cavalry. We're actually reaching this turn so he doesn't get that regen either.
I must keep my holy vow. No!
Okay, so, let's see what we got here. We have 3 unit of spearmen.
Execute them.
He has a lot of anti-large, so my War Sphinx isn't going to do much. But our skeleton warriors will be able to destroy the men-at-arms. Peasant bowmen have poor accuracy, so they're not going to be that big of a deal, but I would like to take them out. I'm just going to send my War Sphinx on it, probably. He's got lots of mounted German. Lots of mounted German. He's also got a trebuchet.
It's impossible.
Well, I mean, it's not, because he has a lot of cavalry and we don't have a lot of spearmen. So it's not impossible, Mr. Setadine Perishable.
Moving.
So if you're a bit closer. Yeah, these guys would literally just come here. They won't attack. They'll just come here and look at you. And if they did attack, I've never seen them attack my place unless I declare war on them. They've never declared war on me, but if they do attack, I will be able to defend you with this. Like these Tomb Guard will just destroy them. But let's get into our first battle, which says I'm going to lose heavily, but I don't think I am.
Defeat is impossible.
The only worry that I've got here is the trebuchet. Now, we have enough infantry to deal with their mounted yeoman. He has a knight errant unit, which is going to be a pain in the arse, but I don't think it's not going to be too big of a deal. Like, we can just send our chariots on it, and because it's not anti-large, my chariots will win it. The only issue here, alright, first things first, look at their bowmen and men-at-arms. Like, look at how badass they look. Right? But yeah, the other thing we need to worry about is this, but we can push through to it with the War Sphinx. The other issue is that there's a lot of men-at-arms. So if we push through to it with the War Sphinx, we're going to have to send all of our troops in to ensure their men-at-arms get destroyed quicker than our War Sphinx does. But we should be fine. Their cavalry is somewhat injured. They've got mounted German archers, which my archers will take care of. And Cetra's anti-large. Maybe this dude's on a horse? I doubt it, since he's on level 2 there and he can't even get a horse. Or maybe he can because of the AI. But if he is, Cetra's going to have a field day. Oh, I only have 2 spearmen. Yeah, 2 halberds, 2 God of Halberds, and 1 spearman unit against all of this. No, that's not very good. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, basically, Tomb God of Halberds would take out all of these cavalry units easily. I would doubt they'll lose half their unit strength if all of them came at them at once. We're going to gamble that. 10 out of 50? You mad? Oh, 12. Cool. I mean, it's better than what I had, though, right? Alright, turn off God mode for everyone but the archers. Yeah, so I also got this reskin mod. So these are skeleton spearmen, and as you can see, they look way more badass than before. Tomb Guard, where are you at? Yep, and here are these guys. They all got this little Egyptian pharaoh kind of cloth on their head, which I just think is so cool, and the shields are just... Like, look at these guys. They actually look like an army now, and they're just risen skeletons. These guys look like actual soldiers as well. And now, this is one of my favorites, though. Look at these guys with their halberds at the back. Look at that. I don't think the War Sphinx has changed. Oh, actually, it might have done. Looks like it's got way more armor put on here. Oh, and the people in the back look elite. I think Cetra got a reskin as well. It looks like it's got more colours on him. Yeah, it looks like it. Like a way bigger armor piece and stuff. So, definitely a very good mod to have to make your game look cool. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to rush out to me. But if, just in case they do, I'm going to create a noob box. So I'm actually going to put you guys like so. So you're positioned with the Tomb God there and then the things there. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You should know that. Like, come on. You're watching a legendary difficulty playthrough. You should know common things. And if you don't, well, now you do. So we're gonna create a little noob box here. A bad noob box. I mean, noobs would actually be mad at me right now with how bad this noob box is. Let's create a bit more like that, and then this unit like that. So basically, they're cavalry. We don't have I mean, charge against lodging. It's a charge defense. So the skeleton ones aren't going to do much. But the awesome thing about Tomb Kings is that their formation, like this, is so much mass that the cavalry can't really break through, which is really cool little added feature that I don't think is really explained that much. Formation means a lot. That's why Source Warriors have such a hard time, in Temple Guard, had such a hard time trying to keep units back, because they just don't have the mass, because they're so spread out. Let's put you guys like this, and then, who are you? You're the Skeleton Warriors. Okay, you're the Tomb Guard of Halbert. So we put Setcher with the Tomb Guard. Imagine facing this. Just looking at this thing right in the face. That you Shabday summon is going to be really helpful. And it doesn't look like they're actually going to be out to face me. So, let's alt and click. Okay, well, apparently that doesn't work in this formation. Let's send them a bit closer here. I don't want to send them too close so that they start attacking my, like they start selling out. But that trebuchet is going to start firing. So, we kind of want to hurry. Put these guys at the back, put this guy here, like that, or 4 times. Now, we are running. Personally, I don't think it matters too much with the undead, how well they fight, because... I mean, obviously it does, right? But with the Skeleton Warriors, I'm not too worried about it. If I had an army of Tomb Guard and stuff, then I would be worried about it, because I want them to fight to their best ability. But the Skeleton Warriors are just there, you know, to just be a meat shield, you know? The undead devotees of the Tomb Kings have risen again, unswervingly loyal to their liege, and then the spears extend like gnarled and sharpened bones, held firmly in place by their deathly grip. Their great weapons are wielded as expertly as they did in life, slaying for Lord and glory. So dope. Luckily, they're shooting at our Tomb Guard. They already have poor accuracy, and they're shooting at our Tomb Guard, which have a 55%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 55% block chance. So yeah, have fun trying to do whatever you're trying to do against them. And charge all of these guys in, why not? Move the archers a bit closer. And then move our backup line much closer. Send our Khemri and Warspinks in just to annoy them. Put these guys on the flanks. Tomb Guard are kind of getting destroyed, but it's to be expected. Now, this ability here is so strong in this mod. In normal playthrough, it's strong, but it's not as strong as you'll see what I mean when I say strong, because I mean it's strong. Also, is this guy on a horse? He isn't. Setcher isn't going to do as much damage as he would have done. Now he just charged into my guys there. Sending a second wave of people just to... We don't need to, but there's no point in having units and not using them when they could just provide huge benefits. His lord is versing my lord right now. You need to get in there. Now, let's start charging their cavalry. The cavalry's our biggest concern right now. Yeah, just look at the mass of the War Sphinx. Just pushing through. Yep, see, and that goes that entire unit. Yeah, that was even a bad place to use it as well. That was a terrible way to use it. Let's pull you back because you're going to get destroyed. Beautiful. That was a terrible place to use it, and he still did that much damage. Beautiful. You need to make sure they stop firing. You need to keep taking out these Mighty Yeomen, because they're our biggest concern. Our men-at-arms aren't going to do much to us. Let's send you in here. You send these Peasant Bowmen into the infantry. Field Trebuchet is still doing what it needs to do. These guys getting in position as the last wave. Send these guys in here. He doesn't have his ability yet, but he will do soon enough. The or whatever he says. I mean, it's high neck, you can't. Like I don't speak Egyptian in real life, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to even start to comprehend what the hieroglyphs in Warhammer mean. I mean, they're probably nothing alike anyway, but you know, you can make the comparison. Well, that is just a prime target to shoot at, but I want to take out these mighty German before anything else.
Bring me that bow.
Come this way. Do a melee attack so you can push through. Or just stay in that fight then, fine. Fuck you. Fuck you. Boom. Just splattering them.
Do as I say.
We do have our chariots still, which are not in combat. I haven't put them in combat yet. Our archers are starting to get fired at by these guys, which is a bit mean, but so be it. Now, the one thing I want to do is just rout them. I don't want to kill all their troops, I just want to rout them, because if you rout them and you're attacking a settlement, the settlement just falls into your hand. You don't need to do another battle. Wow, these guys are kind of getting lit up, but that's fine. We literally just need them to do as much damage as possible. We don't need them. We don't need to keep them. Don't cost upkeep. They don't cost anything to recruit. This place here is a lovely place to just shoot at. That War Sphinx is just getting a lot of attention right now. Send you guys through here. Put you into combat against the men at arms. Keep pushing you guys through. Go after the peasant bowmen. Just keep shooting. You know? You're gonna chase off these guys. The chariots then gonna come in and clean up that mess. Their lord is still pretty healthy, so we're gonna put the majority of the rest of our units on there. Charge pole arms is not the best idea, but they're not braced, so that chariot will just destroy them. If they were braced, our chariots probably would have got annihilated then, but they weren't. So take it when you get it. Also, what I don't understand is why this has 200 ammunition. I guess it's only got 3 archers, but 200 ammunition is a bit absurd. Also, after the initial bombardment, our Tomb Guard of Halberds didn't lose a single unit. That just shows what constructs can do as the Tomb Kings. You go back and kill them. You can go and help him before you get surrounded. Turn. You're not braced, but you will turn quick enough. That's very good. You did turn quick enough. You're blasting away from you. Coolio. Right, so get back over there. War Sphinx. Just go make sure the rest of them rout. Chariot against the Knights Errant over there. These guys are kind of getting slaughtered, but we don't have reinforcements on the way, so that should be fine. Those guys will take out the Lord, because in this mod, the Lords are not as broken as they are in the normal game. They will actually die. That's what I'm trying to say. We do actually have the Tomb Guard up here fighting the Knights Errant, which is very good. War Sphinx is still doing War Sphinxian things, but I would like you to take out them archers, which are kind of just slaughtering you at the moment. Your chariot can handle that. Yep, chariot. Oh, the skeleton warriors can handle that. Send you over there. Send you over there now that you've dealt with them. Well done. You just charged Tomb Guard, so I don't think that was a good idea for you, but sure. Yeah, see, they are dying. He has 94 kills, but that's fine. Imagine being surrounded like this. You got no chance. And now we have a Shabde summon, which are not very good against large units. They are anti-infantry more than anti-large, but they will slaughter them all the same. And they have 24 units in it and a lot of HP. And they've also got strong vigor. Cool. I was going to say something else, but yeah, this is unbinding. Is this a mass rout? Is this the end? Yep. So this is the end. We don't need to kill the rest of these. This is just the end of the battle. End battle. Coolio. Now we have Zandri. Now what we're going to do is we're going to raise Zandri, and we're going to go Entombed Beneath the Sand. So we can get our neck checked over here, make it level 3 instantly. Obviously, it could be used something else like Galburaz, the Greenskin top knot settlement just above. But it's not really going to take it at that time, and the right doesn't take that long, I don't think, to come back off cooldown, so we can just keep doing it. It's basically like the Skaven's way of making a settlement a higher level as soon as you conquer it, without the cost of food. So, their most elite unit, the Knights Errant, well, arguably the most elite unit, the Knights Errant, you know, because the Trebuchet and the Men-at-Arms are still elite units. Trebuchet is the only artillery piece Britannia have. Well, and the Blessed Trebuchet, but... And the Men-at-Arms pole arms are like the highest infantry unit next to foot squires. So, you know, it's an argument that you can have, but in my opinion, Bretonnian, it's cavalry, you know, Knights Errant in that army are going to be the most elite. Now, the Skeleton Warriors didn't actually do that good, you know, 24 kills, 17, 35, 21, etc. And they took a lot of damage, but look at the rest of our army. Look at how healthy it is. The first 4 units are low, and they got, like, altogether they got about, what? What's that, 80 kills or 100 kills? Something like that, right? 20, 59. 80. You got about 97 kills in their first line of 4 units. And then we had a second line of 5 units, which didn't get many kills, but they were healthy. And then the third line, including the Tomb Guard, which was still healthy. And then we had our archers. And the archers obviously don't have good melee stats, but... you know, they can get a kill. They can do things. And then obviously we got 2 full units of chariots. And the War Sphinx obviously doing, you know, carrying its own weight. 158 kills. That's a lot of kills. But, yeah, we outnumbered them, and we lost more men than they did. Which is very good. That's a good war. Battle. Good fight.
Mic off. Mic on.
And a call then. When I asked for sound, you're the saddest bunch I've ever met. You ever seen Mulan? What a film. What a film. And you can bet. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but it's a bit insane right now. What time is it? Oh wow, okay. Well, you know.
Citra is victorious.
Citra is victorious.
I demand tribute.
Alright, raise it, get 30 knap jars, and it's for the brides.
Gods bow to me.
Bow to me.
King of kings.
Now, there's no point in wasting a unit now, so let's just merge it.
This is my commission. Vassal.
Oh, here we go. Right, so the Great Incarnation of Predator. 25 turns. That's it. Just 25 turns. And you get a Necrocheck, which will make any ruin level 3 settlement level. The mod also makes it so you get 2 skill points per level up, which is very good. So we're going to go for Root Marcher. This is just going to help from as soon as we get it to the very end of the game. Oh, see, I never know what to get here. I want the melee defense, but the Restless Dead is such a good thing for regen. But purely because it's just Skeleton Warriors at the moment, I think I'm going to go for Sunscorched Bones first, and then we're going to go into his Magician tree.
Ignore the critics.
But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. End the turn. See if there's any pop up, because obviously in Legendary difficulty it only saves if you end the turn. Or, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can change it in the settings, but then you just save, you know, you're cheating, pretty much. It's like installing that mod. There's a mod which gives Tomb Kings 999 armies from the get-go. So you have no upkeep costs, and you can just summon 999 armies. So as many armies as you want, you just gotta train them up. Yeah, that's fair. No, it doesn't make the game easy. Just having 4 full stacks on like turn 20. Like, okay, alright then. Calm down. So yeah, we'll see if there's any pop-ups. Any pop-ups? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Last time I did the Tomb King Let's Play, this agent executed
Awake the
mine.
necrosphinx.
My vow will not allow it.
He assassinated mine. Oh man, I'm just gonna fail that though. Can you reach my guy? You
My
can't.
betrayal, never.
So if I move him there, you can't reach it, right? Cool, 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 cool. I mean, this isn't gonna matter because it's the end turn anyway. But if you just, you know what? Let's cheat a little bit. No, actually, let's not, because that's cheating. No. Right, so that's episode 1. Thank you for watching. Long episode with the Tomb Kings. I love the Tomb Kings. But see you in the next episode.